This game, I know people out there say VF is the hardest 3D fighting game on the planet. I highly disagree. I highly disagree with that. I'm not saying VF is not in depth. In my opinion, it goes Tekken, VF, DOA, and then Soul Calibur. That's my opinion on it. Alright, so the topic of this video is what makes Tekken the hardest 3D fighting game in my opinion. I've played every 3D fighting game, I'd have to say at least like a decent level. I think I got pretty decent at VF, I got pretty decent at DOA, Tekken. Soul Calibur is probably my worst one out of the three, but Soul Calibur is an easy game to understand. It's really just learning the game's like mechanics and getting better at applying it. But bro, this game, like look how many characters are on the fucking screen, bro. Like how many characters are in this game? I don't even know, but there's a lot, okay? Like, ready? There's 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18 on this side, okay? My math is ass. That's why I became a cop, so I'm going to add this up. So that's 36 just on the bottom row, okay? 36 just on the bottom row, all right? And then you got all these motherfuckers up here. That's like 50 characters, bro. There's 50 characters in this game at least, alright? I don't know of another modern 3D fighting game that has this many characters in it. Like, that's a lot of characters. And the issue with the characters is that they're not like, you know, some DOA characters that have like 70 moves, you know? Like, some of these characters have 150 moves, bro. Like, some of the moves in this, some of the characters in this game legitimately have so many different moves. And a game like this compared to a game like DOA, where like if you find something that's unsafe in DOA, it's the same type of punishment. You're always going to take your guaranteed 7 frame forward grab to punish something that's -8 and above. You know what I'm saying? In this game, not only is this game a little more confusing because it has strike punishment, which DOA is the only game that doesn't use the strike punishment method. I mean, VF does, but it's not guaranteed punishment. They can still guess out of it. In DOA, if you're unsafe, you get thrown, you can't break that shit. In this game, it's all about strike punishment based on how unsafe they are. Look at all these characters that you have to learn when you can punish them based off of a million moves that they're using against you, okay? All these characters in the game, I want to say at least, I could be wrong, have at least 100 plus moves. It's a lot of moves, okay? And they all have different properties. Some of these characters have lows that launch you on normal hit that are very fast. Some of these characters have back turn stances. Some of these characters have a bunch of different throws. Some characters like Dragunov, Armor King, they have traditional Tekken throws where you have to break 1, 2, or 1 plus 2. It's not where you can break it just 1 and 2 is generic and then 1 plus 2. There's a lot of shit that goes into this game, and that's just that, like, that's not even like tickling the surface, bro. Like, that's just some of the shit. And then on top of that, not only is the sidestepping and the free walking in this game to avoid moves super hard, but it's very specific. Like, somebody give me a character in the chat right now that you have to sidestep a certain way. Like, all of them are like that. But, like, which way would you sidestep Kazuya? Sidestep left, sidestep right? Because their moves end up homing to one way, or some of their moves retract in one way. The Mishima's like, it's just like, I don't know, man. This game is so complicated. It's so complicated. Not to mention, there's so many other little things that go into this game, bro, that you aren't even going to understand until you even start to get how the game even works, bro. Like, the damage output in this game is absolutely insane. You get wall carried and then get wall damaged on top of that, and you lose 50% per combo. Okay? So between there being so many matchups in the game you have to learn your character specific punishment, which you can learn that, but it's like against every character it's different. Like, for example, if Lily has this one string, it's like a high or mid-high low, and it's literally a sweep. It sweeps you off your feet, but if you block it, you cannot launch it unless you're like Kazuya or something. So Kazuya can punish something from a low stance, from a low crouching stagger. But for example, Armor King's while standing 1, I think it's like 15 or 16 frames, you can't punish it. It's just like, it's so confusing. And then, like, this is my prime example of this game where it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna show you guys something. And no one, I don't care what anybody says, bro, this makes no sense. Let me show you a move real quick that makes no sense to me. Alright, in this game. This makes no sense to me. Okay, this is a full crouching move and it's 32 frames. So, you have a move that's 32 frames, right? and it launches you on a normal hit. You have a character like Brian. Let's just say Brian wants to hit you with his Snake Edge, okay? Brian hits you with his Snake Edge, and you block it and you can launch punish it. It's super slow, it's very predictable, but it's very slow. You can react to it. You can react to this move. It's like if you're gonna apply something to one move with certain properties, why is it not applied across the board? And somebody said, oh, you have to low parry, but I'm like, why? Why should this not be the same thing on block as everybody else's? It's like 32 frames. If I look at you do this, I should be able to launch you. But of course, because it's Tekken and everything has to be a million times harder, okay, let me see, I'm going to put it on guard all. Because it's Tekken and everything has to be overcomplicated in this game, the amount of pushback at -12 on block, okay, why? Why the fuck can I not punish that with a launcher? It's a launching low punch and it's full crouch. It's slow as shit. Oh, well, you know, Emery, you could just be good in low parry. Like, how about no? Like, how about you just make the game just make sense, bro? You know what I'm saying? Just make the game make sense. And not to mention, like, there's a couple other things about Tekken that's really hard opposed to other games, especially 3D fighters. Like execution, right? But that's what makes Tekken sick, is because, like, once you really grind it out and you learn the execution to some of your favorite characters, like you start playing Kazuya and start bodying people with them and getting the electrics down like this. You start playing characters like fucking, you know, even though Akuma's completely broken, the execution's there. He's a 2D character. Like, that's one of the things that's sick about this game, is while the characters are super fucking hard, like when you grind it out, you're rewarded by getting those tools at your disposal for being able to perform them, right? But my issue is that you have a character like Kazuya, right? We'll take Kazuya for prime example. One of his best moves is his Electric Wind God Fist, obviously. If you have Electric Wind God Fist, it's plus on block, good for, you know, putting people in the corner and being plus frames, whatever, and it has good tracking on it. But it's like, it's a high, right? But the hitbox is extremely good on it. But then you have other characters like Josie. Okay, let's just pick Josie real quick. And you can just pick a character like Josie and just start spamming down forward twos. Like, it hits everyone. Don't try to tell me, oh, well, you know, just block it. It's like, bro, yeah, that's cool. If you could just tell somebody just to block something, they would never get hit by anything in the fucking game. It's obviously it doesn't work like that. You're gonna get hit, right? This shit right here, bro, is stupid. This is retarded. Like, legitimately, it's retarded, bro. Like, this move goes under highs, and how fast is it? This shit is 15 frames and it launches on normal hit, bro. Look at the hitbox. Look at the hitbox on it, bro. Like, bro, that is ridiculous. That is stupid. It launches on normal hit. It launches on crouching opponents. The range for a normal hitting punch. And it launches you. And what does she lose for doing this? What is this on block? Is it -13, right? So you can, I guess you can like strike punish it or whatever. But it goes under high. So it's like Josie players will literally just do a bunch of random moves on block to you. And just start doing random down forward twos and shit. But, and then again, just like somebody else just said in the chat, then you have a character like Paul who has the same exact move, but it's safe on block. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, stuff in this game just doesn't make sense to me. And I guess that's what makes people want to play this game, because there's so much shit in this game that doesn't make sense, that once you learn how to shut it all down, it's kind of like, oh, well, regardless of the bullshit, I'm overcoming this shit and I'm doing well. But this character right here, I don't care what anybody says, is probably one of the most carried characters in this game. We're talking about a character that puts you in a situation constantly where you have to guess, and if you don't guess right, you're going to lose 40% sometime, bro, off of touching you one time. Not to mention, he can put you in a situation like 6 different ways. He can grab you up off the ground, he can do a regular fucking throw and put you in a situation. His rage drive does it. If it hits you, then the rage drive is plus on block. It's like, what is the balancing? Like, where do they get the balancing ideas that they have with this game, bro? But, like, honestly, I think that the stuff that makes Tekken super hard, especially because I've played every 3D fighting game, is just the fact that you have to step certain characters to a certain direction. Like, oh, Lily, you got to sidestep her. Let's just say, for example, I don't know what it is, but you have to sidestep her right. But if you fight King, you got to sidestep him left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know that for 53 characters in a fucking game. And you have to lab the strings. Like there's 100 fucking moves at least per character. Not to mention there's like 30 strings. You gotta know which way. It's like this game is like, it's so unforgiving if you're not a lab rat. Like if you're not one of them people that's gonna sit here and just lose your fucking entire adulthood trying to get good at this game, you're never gonna get good at it. That's just the way it is. And I think that really is crazy to me because it's like this is the most populated 3D fighting game on the planet. So if a game is this fucking hard, how could it be so populated? You know what I'm saying? What is it that attracts people to this game? And that's another part of my video that I wanted to ask people. What attracts people to Tekken? This is an extremely hard game. You have to invest. And don't get me wrong, I know that 80% of the people that play Tekken are not that great, right? They play it because they like the game. But yeah, I think that the things that make this game the hardest the most is definitely learning the punishment, learning that you have to sidestep characters certain ways. But the knowledge checks, bros. Like the knowledge checks in this game are so unforgiving because it's like, bro, you can just get bent over by something as simple as you just not knowing how to deal with it. And that's honestly why it's gonna sound scrubby, but I love DOA because it's like you can experiment. You go to grab something that's on block that's abusing you. If it don't work, you know you can't throw that shit, so you won't do it again. Then you just start doing tracking moves. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of simple in that mindset. And the same thing kind of works for other games too. VF that kind of applies to in a way. But yeah, this game, I know people out there say VF is the hardest 3D fighting game on the planet. I highly disagree. I highly disagree with that. I'm not saying VF is not in depth. In my opinion, it goes Tekken, VF, DOA, and then Soul Calibur. That's my opinion. I want to show you guys, just in case you don't know, how many different ways you can get off the floor, and I probably don't even know all of them. Like, bro, we're talking about a game that is a Grand Theft Auto simulator for getting off the floor. Like, you know how you can get on Grand Theft Auto and like run around the city and do whatever you want? You can kill people, you can rob banks, whatever. This is literally Grand Theft Auto in a fighting game. There's 1,000 ways to just get up. Just to get off the floor. There's 1,000 different ways to get up. It took me so long to understand that you can get up 10 different fucking ways in this game. Can I make it so that my character lays down? I'm just going to make it so that he knocks me down. I want to record it. What is going on? Oh. There we go. Alright. So you have your regular spring kick. Okay, that's 3 plus 4 to get off the floor. Then you can hit 3 and just do a get up kick and combo people and counter hit. Then you can hit 4 and you can do a generic get up mid kick. Then you can roll over if you hit the X button. Alright. Then you can roll the other way if you hit down. I'm sorry, not X, if you hit the square button. This is me playing on a PlayStation pad. So you hit down and square and you can get up the other way. Right? Then you can roll towards your opponent. Then you can roll towards your opponent and do a fucking Superman that gives you plus frames on block. Then you can roll towards your opponent and do all of the other options I just showed you. Okay? Then you can back away from the opponent. Alright? Then you can back away, you can roll and get up backwards still. Like, bro, there's so many different ways just to get off the goddamn ground in this game, bro. I wonder if you can roll and get up forward. I don't even know if you can do that. Oh my god, you can. No way, bro. But that's crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. I just learned something new myself today. So you can roll. Wow. Roll. Hold on. Roll forward into the... Bro, you can really do that. You can also roll and stay still on the ground. Really? How do you do that? Oh my god. No way, bro. You could just lay here, bro. I had no clue that you could roll on this side of your body, bro. Like, this game is literally a Grand Theft Auto fighting game simulator, bro. Like, I know it sounds scrubby, bro. I keep saying, like, how overcomplicated this game is. But, man, you guys can't tell me that you wouldn't prefer just to be able to get off the floor, like, 2 different ways. Like, 3 different ways, 4 different ways. Bro, this is literally an encyclopedia, man. You know? And the biggest thing about this game is that you literally get destroyed if you don't know matchups. Destroyed. And that's where the labbing comes into play. But my biggest issue with the lab in this game is that some of these characters like Zafina and Xiaoyu, how much is labbing those characters actually going to get you? Like, how far is labbing those annoying, stupid, fucking evasive characters going to get you? I see people complaining, top players complaining about Zafina. So obviously the lab isn't getting them that far, bro, you know? I don't know. Like, I like Tekken. Don't get it twisted. I like Tekken. Like, I'm starting to kind of like Tekken 7 because I've been playing it more and I've been playing lobby matches and not ranked. But goddamn, bro, if this is not a headache of a game to play, man. You know, there's so much shit in this game. So, in my opinion, Tekken 7 is the hardest 3D fighting game. Then Virtua Fighter, then DOA, and then Soul Calibur. That's my opinion.